Welcome back to CrunchtimeChaos. The first round just wrapped up. A lot of things went down. It's one of the craziest first rounds I've ever seen as an NBA fan. I'm going to give you guys a recap of the first round. Also, my NBA second round predictions as well. Before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and embrace the chaos to get started. Starting with the Western Conference, Thunder versus the Suns. Nothing much to say here. I mean, it was a sweep. SGA, the gang, went off. J-Dub didn't play a lot of the series. That game 3 by SGA, 42 points on 15 of 18 shooting, and that Instagram post he had, cold. I mean, he is the fireest Instagram catcher, to be honest with you. But the Thunder are in the semifinals where they face the Lakers tonight. Is game one, where the Lakers are a 15.5 point underdog. I'm going to give my predictions later in the video for that one. The Thunder looking poised to repeat, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the new best player in the world. I said it. There's a lot of Shai haters around the world right now, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the NBA. Get in your spot, still be able to guard, and listen, the former best player in the world, Nikola Jokic, went out a little bit sad in the first round against the Timberwolves, but I'm going to get to that a little bit later. But Shai, going to be a back-to-back MVP, could be a back-to-back NBA champion. We don't know that part yet, but SGA, bucket, and now the best player in the world. But that's honestly it for the Thunder versus Suns series. Just Shai getting buckets and getting the job done. Next series, Lakers versus the Rockets. GOAT. LeBron did his thing once again, but he had help in others in games 1 and 2. Luke Kennard, Rui Hachimura, Marcus Smart especially. But people were scared that he's going to blow a 3-2 lead. I'm like, whoa, I don't know about that. But the Rockets need some changes offseason. I told them they needed a guard all season long. The Kevin Durant drama with him, like talking bad about his teammates with his burner and stuff like that. Never really had a true leader in the locker room this season. Obviously, Steven Adams went out with injury. Fred VanVleet missed the whole entire season with an ACL injury. So you really have a pure leader. Kevin Durant's not a leader. He'll lead by example on the court, getting buckets, even the weight room, and this man's all about the game of basketball, get buckets. But when it comes to lead, oh no. That's why in Golden State, Draymond, Steph, they were the leaders, but KD was the best player on that team. He was the best player. So they had some changes to make in the offseason. I've seen a lot of trade rumors with KD and Jamal Murray. KD with Jokic. Listen, that's nasty. But if I'm the Rockets, I would run it back. I'll make a separate video of offseason guys for every team that has been eliminated so far in the playoffs. But I would stand packed for the Rockets. And listen, if you get hurt at practice, you get hurt at practice. It's not really it's unfortunate, very unlucky. But ever since you left Golden State, ain't looking good, KD. But yeah, that's it for the Rockets series. Sorry, y'all, I'm back. But the Nuggets versus the Timberwolves, that was a straight old school grit, toughness, everything you love to see in the game of basketball. Just great. Jaden McDaniels calling out Jokic, Murray, Aaron Gordon, the whole Nuggets roster, and performed to a T. He's a quiet guy, but I like the antics. I like the antics, especially when he made that layup at the end. I knew he was going to make the layup, and him and Jokic got into it. I loved it. I love the grit of this Minnesota Timberwolves team. Got a lot of dog, a lot of fight. They did take game 1 against Spurs, but against my predictions a little bit later in the video. But listen, this team is nice. Obviously, no DiVincenzo in that series. Well, he was, but tore his Achilles, which is a damn shame. I would assume that 43-point game, take the 3-1 lead. Terrence Shannon Jr. in the closeout game 6. Next man up mentality. Rudy Gobert doing a great job on Nikola Jokic. And Jokic comments, if we're in Serbia, we all get fired. That's hilarious. But honestly, yeah, Jokic, I know he wasn't 100% healthy. Honestly, I don't think he was 100% healthy, but Gobert disturbed him, and throughout the whole career, Jokic has been putting fits on Gobert. He's like been cooking him every which way. And Jamal Murray, when Jay McDaniels put on him, got locked up 4 of 17 shooting that closed out game 6. And Aaron Gordon's been out. This is the second year in a row, another hamstring injury. So they might have made some changes there. Jamal Murray got to step up. Now he's involved in trade rumors. I don't know if this duo has ran its course yet. Peyton Watson being out was a very big very big piece because early in the season, when he did play without Jokic in the lineup, he was balling for a few minutes stretch, couple of games stretch. They damn sure need him this year. Christian Braun, he got to do better. That was pathetic. Bruce Brown did his thing. Same Bruce Brown 2023, everywhere on the court, a little bit older, got the mustache now, like a cowboy. But yeah, Nuggets went outside. Timberwolves move on in 6 games in the last series of the Western Conference. Trailblazers versus the Spurs. Wemby showing what we can do, but it's mainly about the young guys in this series. Dylan Harper had a great game 3. Stephon Castle as well. De'Aaron Fox still gets the job done as well. Like Luke Cornett as the backup center. I know a few years ago, my Knicks, who's like the meme of the town because the Knicks were bad, but he's growing to a very serviceable backup center with the Spurs. Kellen Johnson, 6th man of the year over there, doing a great job for the Spurs. Mitch Johnson coaching, having a job over there. For the Trailblazers, though, Denny Avia. Yeah, my respect. Drew Holiday can still get the job done. Scoot Henderson showed why he was a top 3 pick in the draft for sure. He did his thing and shot the ball very well. It was a problem. We didn't know if he had the jumper, he's athletic, but he came in and shoot the lights out. Now, there's some iffy games in that series, but he had some great moments in the series as well. Rob Williams was a great backup center. Donovan Cleveland's only get better. I don't know if Thiago Split's going to resign because the owner's a damn idiot. I don't like his comments, what he said about that. But yeah, the Blazers will be back in the future. I'm excited for Dame to come back with this roster with Dame, Drew, Jeremy Grant, Avia, and Klingon. Solid future over there in Portland. Solid foundation. Still a young team. We'll see if Thiago Splitter stays. I think he should stay. He did a great job, obviously, with the Chauncey Billups stuff earlier in the year. That's going to disturb the peace in the locker room and in the city. So we'll see where the Portland Trailblazers go. But they had a solid season all around. They had a great season all around. Jumping to the East. The Magic versus the Pistons. The first 3-1 lead blown. And Jamal Mosley just got fired. It's a damn shame. I mean, it's going to happen. Him and Paul Beccaro did not get along whatsoever. But that game 6, pathetic and miserable. It was freaking trash. Blew a 24-point lead. Missed 23 straight shots. 19 second-half points. Paul shot 420. Desmond Bane was horrendous as well. 417 shooting around somewhere around those lines. Folded like a cheap 10 tonight. Could not get the job done. And that was the moment. When Franz Wagner went out, over. He was your closer. He could be the first or second best player on the team, depending on the day. I still think Paolo Banchero is the number 1 option, and he should be. But they lose their season. Now, under Jamal Mosley, they had their best success since the Dwight Howard era back in the day, where from 2007 to 2012, they made the playoffs in 6 straight seasons. I know they got out in the first round, the Magic, the past 3 seasons, went 2 Game 7s, one against the Cavs 2 seasons ago. They lost that one, obviously lost Game 7 in blowout fashion against Detroit, but Paul Beccaro did his thing. Him and Cade both had that 45 piece, both had 45-point games. Legendary stuff right there. And in the closeout Game 7, scored the first 11 for the Magic, finished with 38-9, but no one else came on board for the Magic. Desmond Bane only took 10 shots. Wendell Carter, he had 13, but it wasn't like the impactful 13. And now they went outside, and we don't know who the next head coach will be. Billy Donovan's out there as well, Tom Thibodeau, but he'll be the same thing as not really be the same thing as Jamal Mosley. More run his players into the ground. You definitely don't need that, where Orlando's a lot of injury issues as well. For the Pistons, Cade, we know he's legit. He's tough. Tobias Harris, I don't understand. He look like Carmelo Anthony. I'm talking about as he pull, it's like he would one dribble pull up, doing this fadeaway, like prime Melo. If you know, you know. He was really getting buckets out there. And Jalen Duren, finally, he was trash all series long. He was ass. He was bad, seriously. But in Game 7, 15 and 15, way to step up. You're going to be All-NBA, All-Star. You're an All-Star, All-NBA. Go and get a bag in the offseason. You had to show up and show out. Now, they do play the Cavs in the second round. I'll give you guys my prediction for that later. But listen, give credit to Pistons. Shouldn't be in that situation anyway. But the craziest thing about that series is, it's really deja vu. In 2003, 8-seed Magic, 3-1 lead, blew it. 2026, Magic, 3-1 lead, blew it. And the same games as well. I think there's a post about that as well. I'll try to find it for the video. But every game was so in sync. It was just, you can't make that up. That's just some crazy stuff right there. But the Pistons move on. Magic season is over. Obviously, Jamal Mosley got fired. A lot of questions about the Magic in the future. Going that second round, though. Raptors versus the Cavs. Raptors had an early jump on the Cavs in Game 7, but experience pulled through. The intensity level of the Cavs picked up, and they move on. But Jared Allen was a man amongst boys, 22 and 19. That's a grown man's game. We know he can do it from the guy that said the lights were too bright against my Knicks a couple years ago to now 22 and 19, the pivotal Game 7. Well done to you, sir. Well done. But you have a tough task ahead of them against Detroit. RJ Barrett was great in the series as a whole for the Raptors. His best series by far playing a game of basketball, in my honest opinion. Because I've seen him time with the Knicks. And some of those games, yeah, they were bad. Scotty Barnes, he's nice. Listen, that was my rookie a couple years ago. He's still tough getting the job done. Brandon Ingram definitely had to step up, but the series wasn't good enough. Manuel quickly missed all the series. A shame. Spark plug, get the job done. Easy buckets like Jamal Shead, Colin Murray, boys off the bench, small ball center, but brings great energy and intensity to that team. Darko as well being the head coach. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's a solid head coach for the Raptors. But the future's pretty bright in Toronto. I like Jamal Shead, Jakob Poeltl as well, but the future's pretty bright in Toronto. In that Game 6, RJ Barrett, top of the key, Kawhi bounce up and in. It doesn't get better than that. That was just straight fire. Cavs do win in 7 games, though. Next series, my Knicks against the Hawks. First 3 games, Knicks almost blew Game 1, but they held on. Lost games 2 and 3 by 1 point, and then we just blew the brakes off them. We just blew them out in 5 games, 4, 5, and 6. Understood the mission. Karl Anthony Towns got the ball, doing passes and all that stuff, triple doubles, 2 triple doubles, which is the only 2 triple doubles in his postseason career. And he got in the first round against the Hawks. Jalen Brunson, my captain, got the job done. Mikal Bridges, that closed out Game 6, though. They led by 61 points, which is the highest. Win 140-89, just dominance. Mikal Bridges was cooking. He had a Game 3 where he had 0 points. Pathetic. But listen, the Knicks won. I'm thankful for that. Josh Hart, that Game 6, everybody was on fire. Cat, Brunson, Hart, Anunoby, Bridges, and also Anunoby. He was great. I compared to modern day Luol Deng, but he might have a more offensive bag than Luol Deng. Anunoby is nice now. He's really developed that, and that money we gave him a couple years ago is worth every dime, and is cooking right now. Obviously, they're another rival. They play their rival in the Philadelphia 76ers in the second round. Well, yeah, great series by the Knicks. Expected. They have finals expectations this season, so we'll see where they go forward into the year. Last Eastern Conference series is the Celtics versus the 76ers, and another 3-1 lead blown. Damn. Celtics got the jump off them in Game 1, just blowout fashion. 76ers had a great Game 2 win on the road against Boston. Edgecombe and Maxey showed up. VJ Max came in the crew. They got whooped in Game 3 and Game 4, honestly. Game 3 was a bit close, but they whooped in Game 4. Embiid came back, and that's what really changed the tide in the series. The Celtics did not have a matchup for Embiid. Keita kept getting in foul trouble. Vucevic, I thought he would be a nice pickup, but he did not play in that Game 7 whatsoever. So the Celtics bigs, they got destroyed by Joel Embiid. And that was the difference maker. His playmaking has really improved over years. I mean, his defense is starting to diminish. He don't have the lateral movement like he once did, like chasing down blocks or getting to help side a lot quicker. But yeah, they move on in 7 games. Very impressive as well. And Paul George shot the lights out in the first round, 55% from 3. Yeah, man. It's not going to be the PG of old, like the Indiana days, OKC, the Clippers. But he'd be like a very solid role player, like a vet. He had a great first round for the standard he's in now. I know he's making a lot of money, like $50 million a year, but he did good. He did very good. Edgecombe had some games, and then people overreacted like Embiid needs to sit down. I still think the future needs to be addressed in the future if they do get eliminated in the second round. Had some conversation about Embiid not being healthy. He's getting on the older side, though. He is 32 years old. Give the keys to Maxey. I still think you should give the keys to Maxey and Edgecombe right now, but Embiid's still doing his thing right over there as well. For the Celtics, you do not want to play Jason Tatum in that Game 7. You got to look more into the future. Their players are in their prime right now. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, obviously, as well. Jaylen Brown made comments over social media, well, Twitch mainly, about Embiid flopping. Listen, He does flop, but you can't say nothing. You just blew a 3-1 lead. You're the Boston Celtics. Historic franchise, most rings in NBA history as a team. And y'all just blew it. Y'all blew it, especially in Game 7. I'm not sure what Joe Mazzulla was doing. Shit. Man, I'm not sure what Joe Mazzulla was doing or what he was thinking. He put out Baylor Shireman, Luka Garza, Ron Harper Jr., Jaylen Brown, Derek White. Now, it's the first time Ron Harper Jr. had started a playoff game. It was in a Game 7. I understand that. I don't think we ever will. Brian Windhorst was questioning the same thing. I don't think we'll ever find that out. I don't know if we'll ever find that out. And Joe Mazzulla himself, Joel Embiid coming back in the series, had no answer. And that was the reason why the Sixers won that series. And give credit to them. They haven't won a playoff series, the second Sixers as a whole, since 1982. The Larry Bird, Dr. J rivalries back in the day as well. They move on to face the Knicks. Here are my predictions. Now, I made short predictions on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, on YouTube Shorts. You can find them as well. But to the West, Thunder versus the Lakers. Now, the Lakers, 15.5-point underdogs. That just came out. This is tough. Also, Reed's back, but we don't know if Luka will come back in the series. So he was like shooting around today at the Lakers practice. I don't think it's enough. No, I want to see Bron get another ring. That's my GOAT. But it's gonna be Thunder in 5. Thunder due for a bad game. LeBron's gonna turn back the clock one more time. Austin Reeves, everything gotta be clicking though. So we shall see. Everything gotta be clicking for the Lakers to make this more of a series and possibly win. But Shea's on a different level right now. The team is, and they can survive. They can survive this series without J-Dub. Give me Thunder in 5. Then Timberwolves versus the Spurs. Originally, I had the Spurs in 5 games, but then Anthony Edwards came back and they took Game 1, 104 to 102. Great stuff. Very great game. Almost blew it down the stretch. Anthony Edwards played 25 minutes off the bench, 18 points as well. Terrence Shannon Jr. filled in a role. Mike Conley being a serviceable point guard like he's been all his career. I would assume he's still out with that injury. Did a great job guarding Wemby. Randall, McDaniels, rest of the squad, you know who they are. Wemby, he had a triple-double in blocks, man. 12 blocks, playoff record. But he shot horrible. 5 of 17, away from 3. De'Aaron Fox got to do much better. Stephon Castle fouled out. Originally had the Spurs in 5. I think the Spurs could still win this series, but experience and grit and dog will come in a factor. You know what? I'm going to stick to I already have Spurs in 5. I can't change it now. But if I were to redo it, Spurs and honestly, I like what I saw on team, but I'm not going to overreact. I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment. If I were to do this again, give me Spurs in 6. It's going to be close, but yeah, I won't be surprised if Minnesota wins the series, to be honest with you. Next, the Cavs versus the Pistons. Originally, I had the Cavs winning this one in 7 games. But can I see myself the Cavs winning a series on the road in Detroit? No, especially the way the offense looked at Cavs in 7. I'm going to stick with this still. But in all honesty, I could see it going to Cavs winning in 6. I'm going to go in Cavs in 7. I'm going to believe in Donovan Mitchell one last time. I'm believing in James Harden one last time. Donovan Mitchell has yet to make it past the second round in his postseason career. He has to do a better job. I honestly don't understand it. He has so many opportunities. He has to capitalize sooner or later in his career. James Harden, 37 years old, has to capitalize as well. Cavs in 7, sticking with it. Knicks versus 76ers. Knicks are just an historic blowout, just on a historic tour right now. They blew the brakes off the Sixers 137-98 in the Garden. And listen, I had Knicks in 6 to win this series. I'm going to still stick with that. I think 76 will come back much better in Game 2. It's obviously a bit tired because of their Game 7 bout. But listen, no excuses here. Knicks got the big-time dub. The Brunson burner, 35. Knicks in 6. This is the year. This is a great postseason so far. I'm loving every bit of the way. But that's it for my recap and my round 2 predictions as well. Stay tuned, more shorts, videos, TikToks, Instagram clips, and YouTube shorts as well. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and embrace the chaos.